Shakapow! Are live. Tom, would you do me a favor and drop something in the chat so that I can see if that works? And hello to those of you who have been very patient. Thank you so much for waiting. We're starting a little bit later tonight, mostly so that I can have my friend Tom hanging out. Yeah, test. It works.
So we're looking at about a 10-second delay. Way better than
10
before.
seconds is nothing. 10 seconds? I could swim in 10 seconds. We're golden. So how is everybody today? We've got the chat up. I can mostly see it. That up so I can see like the stuff. Yeah. There we go. Let that hover behind me. Hello, Megan. All right. So last time we had a very saucy scene with our girl Kiera. As per usual, Tom has agreed to be my Witcher wingman, my homeboy in Fantasy Poland, because he has restarted playing the game and getting even more experience and is now able to offer me sound advice. So we're going to take a quick moment. Tom says that there's some skills that I need to get into.
I literally just did this dungeon 30 minutes before we came on the stream.
A dungeon, you say?
Yeah.
All right, so...
Oh yeah, this is very much a standard dungeon crawl for the game.
Okay, so these are the skills that you want me to look at?
Yeah, so go over to the miscellaneous tab, the brown one. So you have combat, then signs, then alchemy, and then this one's kind of the miscellaneous tab. So go down to that first skill.
Sun and Stars?
Sun and Stars, as soon as you get another ability point, you should throw it in either Sun and Stars, or if you go all the way down to the bottom of the second column.
Bottom of the second column.
Gourmet, the one with the wine bottle.
Okay. Ooh, eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes?
Yes, it makes it to where instead of it being like you eat a piece of raw meat and you get 5 seconds worth of healing, you now get 20 minutes
worth of healing? Wow.
There's one other skill that's really worth looking at here, and I think it's on the fourth column, the third one. The fourth column.
Okay. Battle Frenzy.
Go up one. Focus. So that one, as your adrenaline points increase in combat, you gain additional damage and your signs are more effective.
Ooh. I will be honest. I still have not figured out how the adrenaline mechanic works.
It's basically just as you hit and effectively dodge in combat, your adrenaline points go up. Getting hit causes them to go down.
And I can also then get adrenaline burst and back that up.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of like really cool synergy for adrenaline abilities. But on the general tab, the next two abilities you should get once you have them is probably Gourmet, and then Sun and Stars. What Sun and Stars does is it gives you constant health regeneration during the day, and then additional stamina regeneration at night.
So I can be like if I'm already a gruff cat boy, I can also be a gruff cat boy who like hangs out at IHOP all night.
Yes.
Done.
Well,
lock it in, everybody.
The big usefulness that it gives you is now you don't during the day at least, you don't have to spend your healing items outside of combat. You'll just automatically regenerate.
I assume I'm going to be using my silver sword a lot.
Yeah, okay. In this a lot. You're at 95%. You're probably good.
Okay. Just double checking. All right, so let's follow this this lovely and not at all shy lady. You can also, since you are now just a little bit ahead of me, Tom, you can warn me when I'm about to be assaulted with digital neefnarts. That will take away my YouTube monetization.
You don't have to worry about that for a while.
Oh, I thought that in the last one too, and then all of a sudden there they were, desecrating this fine Christian Minecraft server.
I'd rather teleport us home. Do you really mean to follow them?
Teleport. Hurry up.
Not sure I like any of this.
Alright, so what kind of stuff am I gonna run into down here?
So
like general ghoulies?
a good mix of things. This first area is gonna have drowners in it. You're gonna want to keep Igni.
Damn portals.
You're gonna want to keep Igni as your primary sign in here because those clouds of yellow gas are both poisonous and flammable.
Oh, so I can look for the funk and just
Light it on fire, but don't be standing in it when you do it.
All right. No promises. Hey. Got him. These guys count as ghouls, right? Like these are
Necrophages.
yeah, but they're just like wet necrophages.
Yes, correct.
Yo, what? I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Hey, hey. Get back here, soggy wanker. Still another one, or is that? Still see one on my map. What is this guy? No loot for these dudes, or what? What's the?
I don't. Maybe he fell through the floor, glitched out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do some diving. And turn on your vision because I'm pretty sure there's a box down here.
Okay, I've got my Witcher senses. There's a
there it
thing.
And that's the way you want to go too. Follow that way up.
Let's see. X to that. I've hold. Come on, Geralt. Gary!
Just it's already giving you the prompt for it. If you just hit A while you're looking at it, you should be fine.
Giving me like the swim swiftly prompt. Oh, there we go. Alright. Nope, that's the wrong way, but I need to go get some breath. I am so bad at swimming mechanics.
Yeah, they're really not good in this game, especially.
We'll take a quick breather. And down we go again. Already got that. We're gonna swim swiftly. Cat boys do not like water. I'll have to get somebody who's more in line with that particular subculture to reaffirm this. If cat boys are anything like cats, not a fan of the bathing. Oh hey, a corpse. Yeah, I'll take your corpse olives. So
You're gonna blow through that door with hard.
Yeah, I am.
There's several doors like that in the in this dungeon. Just keep an eye out.
Yeah, so it's just pop on Ard, whack them with Igni.
Like I would recommend pretty much every room you go through in this, do just a little like 360 with your Witcher sight on to make sure that you're grabbing all of the loot that is around. Because this place has a lot of loot.
Oh no! Secret second foglet. I am out of stamina. No. No! Fantasy Poland Nosferatu, no. Oh, so Tom, you were telling me about your plans for your Dark Ages game.
So the idea that I've always had for doing Dark Ages that I find personally interesting, and I've seen other people like run games set in England where like all of like Mithras's shenanigans are like the focus, and I've seen a lot of games where people are in Eastern Europe and they deal with like the Omen War with the Tremere and all of the like Zamisi conflicts and all that sort of stuff.
Real quick, my boy Rob brings up a real good point. Jerry Two Swords does have some pretty good breath control, if you know what I mean.
It's even more if there's a skill for giving him the ability to breathe air even longer, or last underwater even longer.
Hard.
And when you get to Skellige, you'll get a there's a potion called Killer Whale that you'll be able to pick up, and Killer Whale gives you like several minutes of time underwater.
That is satisfying.
Very much. And you'll need it because there's several treasures in Skellige that are like 200 feet underwater.
Oh, okay, so the fog comes back.
It does.
Alright, well. Can't have that now, can we? Oh, there you go. Uh-huh. How did you not get incinerated in that? It's because you're damp. See, he left behind his little loot sacklet. Just gonna traipse through this area, sort of lighting our way in front of us. Rules in fantasy Poland regarding who smelt it and or dealt it.
So this, the area that you're in right now, if you remember when you first like got into the dungeon before you got portaled and separated from Kira, this is the ground area where you were.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of like hidden treasure chests and stuff around here that are like hiding amongst different columns and under staircases and stuff.
So after we clear out the drowners, make sure to give a good pokey poke.
Yeah, take a look around.
Okay. Well, so Tom and I have long played the tabletop role-playing game Vampire the Masquerade. If you're a fan of D&D, but decide that either A, the cure is not it does not feature as prominently in your Dungeons and Dragons games as you want, or you're just looking for something that's a little bit more super depressing. Like in D&D, you kill a monster, you get you get some nice loot. Maybe you get a little bit further into the dungeon. In Vampire the Masquerade, you're a monster and you have to live with what you've done. Ma'am. Damn.
Oh, water hacks are awful.
They are awful.
You need to, yeah, that, I have a hard time dodging that mud attack, and...
Damn. See, if there's one thing that we've learned, it's that I'm pretty good at Dark Souls. Ah. See? A Dark Soldier. That's a lot. I've never played a Dark Souls. So, the Vampire the Masquerade setting also allows for all kinds of cool things. You can even play back in time in the far-off history of the Dark Ages. So tell me about your Dark Ages plan, my guy.
So for the people listening at home, Vampire the Masquerade, the game itself has a lot of lore involved. There's a lot of like important NPC characters, and it's nothing that's mandatory for use in a game, but if you do use them, they add like a lot of like character and you know, interesting little like factoids and stuff to throw at players who might have read the books. The Dark Ages setting is kind of where a lot of the events that end up affecting the modern day in Vampire come from. And one of the things that I've wanted to do with Dark Ages is run a game set in Italy, because Italy is kind of in the middle of everything. All of the major events that occur are all occurring nearby to Italy, and also
The old adage that all roads lead to Rome. Yeah.
indeed. One of the other like big important things is that in the Dark Ages setting, you have this idea that there are regions in the world that are dominated by singular clans, like the Ventru, the clan of kings. They rule in Germany and in England. The Toreador, the clan of artists, they rule in France. You have all of these different clans that have dominance over specific geographic areas,
Real
but
quick,
nobody.
Should I be concerned about Kiera yelling, or is that just like a
Go rescue. She won't die, but go. You should eventually get over that way. Like that's where you need to go.
I forgot which way it was. Is it this one?
If you're still exploring, you're fine. But like,
Show me what you got.
Do something! They're crawling out of those holes. Use
Rats.
a mine or bombs, anything.
yeah, now you need to use bombs to blow up their monster nests.
Okay. Oh.
If you go into Witcher site, you'll be able to see where they want you to target.
Yeah, I've still got a couple. I should have meditated before this. Can I meditate in this dungeon?
I don't see why not.
I mean, I wasn't asking like ethically.
No, I mean, I think you can. I don't think there's anything that stops you.
Okay.
You can't meditate here because you're in combat.
Well, I'm not trying to meditate right now. I'm
How
trying
long
to.
you gonna make me wait?
Gerald, don't trash talk the rats, my guy.
Do you know the diseases they spread?
Alright, there we go. Yes. Sorry, please. I don't have the right bomb. Okay. Let's try this meditation thing. So that
Maybe in alchemy you might be able to make a new bomb.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Going about this all Bassac. Present.
If you hit Y, it'll just close that.
Why? Okay. No. Not allowed during combat.
I get
I do
because
not.
you're in combat. If you run out of the room, you should be able to meditate.
Just be like, hey, I know that you're kind of in like an emergency or something, but hang tight there, okay? You'll be fine. They're rats. You have a magic shield. Okay. Where's my meditation thing again?
If you go to your main, like
the main
your
inventory?
main, yeah, it's all the way to the right. Not the inventory, like back out of that and where it has the list of all of your different menu options.
It's not allowing me to meditate.
I don't know what you would do here then. Run further away, maybe.
Can I just like destroy the thing with Ard?
You can't.
Oh, I have to use bombs.
Do you know the diseases they...
Okay, so the Devil's Puffball is apparently not. Alright, let's try this.
Okay, now that you put your sword away, you should be able to meditate.
There we go. Current time 11:50 a.m. I'll meditate for 12 hours. Okay. Yep. Strong alcohol was used to replenish alchemy items. Okay, so now I should have the right kind of bomb, right? Yeah. Now we're cooking with not the devil's puffball. Apparently rats don't care about poison. As there were so many plants in that room. Okay.
Do you know the diseases they spread?
Come on. Come on. Be calm down.
She don't like rats.
I know, I mean, I understand that. I'd imagine that she doesn't like rats much in the same way that Yennefer doesn't like horses, but I gotta kill these rats enough to where it will give me the prompt to kill their thing, and then not, like, swan dive. How do I not have the right bomb?
You need to throw it.
Ah, okay. And then... yeah. There.
Disgusting.
And there should be another nest on the other side of the room.
Do you know the diseases they spread?
Opposite way.
Okay. Oh, is there like 3 of those?
No, there were 2. Like, one was on one side and one was on the other side of the room. Like, flanking Kira.
Disgusting.
100% the dumbest enemies in the entire game.
I would agree. So I blew up that one, right? And then it's this one that I need.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now these poor rats are
Afraid
just
of
like,
rats?
our homes.
Could have annihilated them with one spell.
And, yes, Rob, I too meditate
Fine,
with my
won't
sword
say
out.
anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages.
Have we
for
gotten,
that.
like, any story about the
Navigators,
Wild
they call
Hunt
them.
so
They
far?
can have
Or
3
just,
helmsmen and a parrot for all I care,
Like
or not
what they
risk it
are?
together.
yeah.
I mean, there's some books
Hunt got a good start
that
on us, but
show
we
up in
still
the
stand a
game that
chance.
kind of give you a better idea.
I
They're
probably
basically...
have skipped over
We
reading
must
them, but...
leave here at once.
Yeah, I mean, the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you who the Wild Hunt
Gotta
is.
know what the Wild Hunt's doing.
But we came to
If
find
you
the
don't
elven
like go
mage,
to
not
like
fight the
read
hunt.
a lot of the
If
like
they reach
lore
him
stuff
first,
that
we
pops
won't
up,
get a chance to
but they're
talk.
basically a bunch of
Besides,
extremely
Go
powerful
on,
rates.
Finish.
Ooh, okay.
Wait. You've got
Oh,
some
Extremely
She's on-
powerful, extremely old
He's
rates.
on to
about
me.
Siri.
About Siri?
There's
Yeah,
something he's not
yeah,
told me, isn't there?
yeah.
Come with
A lot
me,
I
maybe
haven't told
will.
you.
Are you always like
Last time I tried to talk to you, you were
I'm
like,
beginning
check
to feel
these
sorry
out,
for Triss in
and
the
had
end.
me subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Oh, very well. Let's go.
Alright.
Gavella Glan. Well,
So, she's on my thing as a little beaker.
Yeah. Because technically, I think you can, if you talk to her, you might be able to buy stuff
Wow.
from her, but I didn't even try.
well.
Nah, she just goes, well. You're gonna have to meditate again, in case I need more bombs.
You won't. You won't.
Okay. Let me switch back to Igni. And, so different regions, you were saying.
Yeah, so different clans in Vampire the Dark Ages control different regions, but Italy, north of Rome, is not controlled, notably not controlled by any one clan.
Him.
And there's a whole bunch of clans that control different cities in the region. So one of the things that I kind of want to touch on in a game is sort of the conflict
A
between
morphotic projection.
the Sea of Shadows, which is the Nosferatu, or sorry, La Sombra,
Message was definitely for Siri.
sort of vampire kingdom in southern Italy,
Indeed.
and the rest of the Mediterranean. And the Fiefs of the Black Cross, which is kind of the Ventru Empire in Germany, fighting over who gets to own northern Italy, because historically, the Holy Roman Emperor technically was the owner of northern Italy, but there was always a lot of conflict over who actually really owned it.
Or whether or not that Holy Roman Emperor was either holy or Roman.
Correct. Usually it was a German guy.
Yep.
But in addition to that,
do you think will suffice?
We'll see.
Because Italy isn't dominated by any one clan, they're also getting a lot of riffraff. There's no one to keep out all of the unwanteds.
Not the riffraff.
Which means it's one of the places where the Anarch movement will begin to gain steam in the history of Vampire the Masquerade, and eventually lead to the Anarch Revolt, and also, the eventual rise of the Camarilla and the Sabbat.
Ooh. Again, man, I think that you could do some really cool stuff mixing both modern and Dark Ages things. Like tell this story as something that why did I trust dried fruit that I get off of corpses?
I mean,
it's fine.
It's still edible.
It's fine. I mean, he clearly didn't get to it, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna put some Spectre oil.
Careful. That oily yellow vapor, it's toxic.
Yeah,
I hardly need instruction from you. I recognized the Vulpine Moraine.
Lady, you were just panicking about rats. Like,
soon after he'd learned to cast Igni, he tried it out on a patch of these mushrooms.
but yeah, I think you could do some really cool, like, story stuff, just like trying to mix the two together.
So my full-on intention with like what I would like the campaign to eventually turn into is definitely
Found a spot.
got a little bit blown up there.
Just a tiny bit, a little singed.
But yeah, my full intention with running a Dark Ages game is to eventually have the players have a lot of influence over what the Anarch Revolt eventually turns into, and have their actions affect what clans end up going with what faction, and what the philosophies of those factions end up being because of which clans are affecting them. Like I think I've talked to you about this in the past, of like the Camarilla is effectively a marriage between Dark Ages Ventru political structures and Dark Ages Toreador social conventions.
I mean, that tracks.
So with those two as the clans that effectively shaped what it means to be Camarilla, and with the La Sombra and Zamitzi as the ones to shape what the Sabbat would be, you can imagine like how drastically different things could be if different clans are the ones that have created the new factions.
Yeah, there's like some cool kind of like remix opportunities that you could do by juggling the foundational clans.
Yeah.
Kind of like almost like a draft or round robin sort of thing.
Yeah, and then I would definitely want to do like so we've completed the Dark Ages campaign. Now we jump into the modern day, where your characters are now the descendants of your characters from the Dark Ages.
Ah.
And you're dealing with the world that your ancestors put together.
Now, just to warn you, if there are people that are familiar, like this would be a really cool thing to do if you are, especially if you're running it for like a group of players that do not have much exposure or experience to the World of Darkness. If you're running it for a group of like, folks like us, ye old veterans, a lot of those clan perceptions are like hard coded.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the idea is it makes you question a lot of your preconceived notions.
Yeah. But, like, questioning preconceived notions is one thing. Fighting against, by now, 30-plus odd years of tradition.
Seems we're headed the right way.
Let's just say, if vampire fans have proven anything, especially over the last decade or so of the evolution of the game, it's that we're highly resistant to changing things from the way they were in 1995.
That is true.
Like, it's a very cool idea, and I 100% support it. Like, yeah, do this thing. Just be ready. Dependent on the players involved, there may be like, that's not the way this works. That's not the way any of this works.
One of the other things that I would have a lot of fun with running the campaign and having it be set in Italy, I would definitely encourage travel. I would go against the normal, like, vampire convention that vampires never travel anywhere because it's too dangerous. Like, nah, just do what you need to do. Like, cities are extremely close together. You can usually get from one city to another, you know, place that's going to have an inn in about 4 or 5 hours, even in the medieval period.
On foot?
Yeah, especially in a place like Italy or southern France, where cities are like, or at least towns are right next to each other.
Better make sure you got a ride skill, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, that would kind of be a standard thing. Or, you know, you have a retainer and you have a cart that is, you know, sun-proofed and protected.
I'll say this, I'm digging these elves. I dig their aesthetic.
This guy especially, yeah, his face mask is really cool.
Find Kelpie?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare.
Oh.
Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
So I've got Roach.
Good name for a horse.
Got Kelpie.
So, shall we look for it?
So to answer Rob's question, I'm not sure anymore. There's always a young contingent that shows up for the Masquerade LARPs. At least back in the days when we had LARPs, when, you know, you could, like...
Must you touch everything?
Yeah, don't... Can I give you a hint here,
You
John?
might
Sure.
say so.
Just jump in the water that's behind you.
There's nothing else to explore here. There's no chests.
There is, but nothing that is beneficial to you.
Now I'm curious, Tom.
All of the symbols that are up there where you are, they're all traps.
Okay, so that was the point of that, is no touchy.
Certainly hope we haven't lost our way.
I mean, we have. My sense of direction isn't great overland. But no, it's a pretty good split. There's always ye old grognards who I mean, I don't want to say that we ruined the game for everybody, but you know, it's where we're comfortable. It's where we're familiar.
There's an underwater tunnel that you're gonna follow,
There
and
we
also
go.
have your Witcher side on, because I think there's another chest.
Did I already pass it?
I'm not sure. There might not be, but there's a bunch of like, yeah, there's a bunch of underwater chests in.
So we go.
In
So we
this
go
dungeon.
loot diving. But no. With the recent, they recently, recently, a few years ago, they put out the 5th edition for Vampire the Masquerade, and it is a fantastic system. Like, really, really mechanically cool how they changed a lot of the things. And then White Wolf completely folded, and they sold it, which is a good thing, because it was in the hands of folks who did not manage the communities, perhaps, as well as they should have. Lots and lots of fascists really got into the game because it's all about, power dynamics and imperial struggle. And efforts are now being made to sort of drive those elements out and make them unwelcome, which is what they needed to do, I think. So, don't examine that.
No, that one you can examine.
That one I can examine.
Yeah.
exactly like the last
It's
one.
it's shaped like a horse, so that's
It's
the
just,
one that you're.
it's just don't,
What you did, but it worked. Come back here.
don't touch like doggy cat, any of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there is still a new crew that is coming in, sort of discovering the magic of the game and how cool it can be.
Look, they're opening.
And that's always like fun for me to see. I don't begrudge the kids for being like, oh, this game is cool, and I certainly have worked very hard to get myself out of the usual nerd mindset of being threatened by that.
Well,
Like new people coming to D&D, there's always an old guard that's like, they didn't earn this game like I did back in the day, you know. Yeah, we got bullied for it. We were made fun of it. Same thing for liking comics, and now there's a new generation of kids that don't need that sort of crap from us.
Geralt.
What?
If you go Witcher Sense, yeah, that symbol next to the door.
Symbol next to the door is the same kind of thing that blew me up last time.
I think that's a
No, it's a swallow. It's different.
swallow.
Oh, that makes sense.
Come.
Sure, it's safe.
Of course. The Elven Mage prepared
I
this passage
do
for
not
Ciri.
trust her.
Come on now.
So yeah, so there's always some quote unquote fresh blood showing up to Masquerade.
Is that bad?
A bit like the calm before
And
the storm.
I think that as fans, like longtime fans of the series, honestly, it should kind of be our job to encourage that, to steward the new guys, and be like,
For
hey,
sure.
it's really fun, and you should feel welcome. And it's
I've a bad feeling about
not even. Ooh, how do I deal with a golem?
It's an elemental. I would recommend using Axie to stun it, and then hit it a few times, and then dodge away.
Okay. Hey. Woo! Hey there, Baba. I have a little axie. Stone boy. Whoop. Dark Souls. No.
But yeah, so one of the things that I'd also want to play around with since the game would be set in Italy is the rise of the Inquisition and all of the problems that leads into for vampires.
The Inquisition.
Let's do that. How you doing, Anderson?
I'm groovy. Really groovy.
What is the game system people are using in their LARPing? The old one or the new one you just raved about? So, I
Kind of
couldn't
in
tell you.
between.
The Mind's Eye Society, are they still using the Onyx Path created?
I will be thoroughly honest. In the last year, I'm not even sure. I've kind of let my membership lapse, and I think I'm gonna just let that ride for a while. I
mean,
I initially left in '95 or '99, and then did not play again for a very long while, something like 12 years, and I think I'm done with this spate as well for the moment.
And that would be that.
But no, now
Make sure and tell me.
there was the old one, and then that got
My intuition's a fine instrument.
unavoidable revamped.
Don't underestimate. I've some very.
Then they came out with a new one, so a company called By Night Society, and it is like a truly labyrinthine series of hoops to explain what is going on with the actual like vampire IP.
Because the IP of the core game itself is owned by one company, whereas the IP for all of the LARPing stuff is owned by a different company.
Because prior to the new company taking over, they were purchased by the same company that made EVE Online. What are they, CCP?
Yeah, CCP, and now they're owned by Paradox Interactive.
And Paradox has just taken back the actual licensing from Modifus. It's a whole mishmash of who do vampire. But White Wolf is now pretty much defunct. It's focus on the game and not the company. They're gone now.
What will she say?
Which is again, I would say a net positive. I don't.
At times I forget.
I don't have a whole lot of.
Certainly not enough to discuss personal matters.
See, there's a thing I missed. I don't have that sort of like nostalgia, like it needs to go back to the way it was. No, change it, update it, keep it new, keep it fresh.
Like I'm personally of the opinion that the rules that By Night Society put together for like their version of the LARP were fantastic.
Oh yeah.
They were the best vampire LARP rules I have ever played.
Yeah. And the new tabletop system, the Vampire 5th Edition, took a lot of those sort of design cues and worked them into the game, which is again another good thing in my opinion.
The two biggest things that they changed I tried getting that for about 5 minutes and I couldn't figure out how to do it. You got to be like perfectly positioned, and I couldn't figure out how to like jump on the stalactite and get it. So
yeah, with these controls, I'm not. So like to answer your question, Rob, I think it kind of depends locally. Like if there is a group where you are that's doing the LARPs post vaccine COVID world, check with them and see what sort of system they're using. The stuff that By Night Studios and Onyx Path has done for Vampire, and the new stuff for mechanically for Vampire 5th Edition, chef kiss. It's beautiful.
In my personal opinion, the best improvements, if I was to narrow it down to like 3 things for Vampire 5th Edition, the way they've changed the way your blood pool and hunger works is absolutely at the top of the list for like #1 improvement. Gargoyle, fight it the same way that you fought the golem.
I kind of figured he's a stony boy, but I am out of stamina. He keeps fucking rocks at me, so it's so hard to figure out where the... Oh, there.
You'll regret that.
Oh. He ignored my Jedi mind trick. I'm gonna have to dip, dodge, and dive this big dude for a little while. Whoa. That ain't good. Out of water. Now I'm eating apples. It was refreshing drink time by the water cooler, and now... Yeah, my stun does nothing to this dude. I mean, we will perhaps appropriately chip away at him, but I'm gonna change my glitch. Oh, cool. Line it up. See? Perfect time. Hey. I'm sorry. That's not cool of me. I should not use Kiara as a human shield, but I don't care for her the same way that I do for you.
Well, and also like she doesn't have a health bar on the screen. You can definitely use her as a human shield.
Situational ethics. She's an NPC. She can't die. She's fine.
You will have to protect her in an upcoming fight, but
is it from rats?
For now, no. No, it's from horrible demon dog monsters.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I am certain that there's a box or something in here. Yep. Yeah, but how you doing, Henderson?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm just chilling on a Monday night. I've got a glass of the vino, sitting hanging out with y'all. Put the kids to bed, and our oldest one had a good first day of the second week of swim team. So
nice.
I'm enjoying. I have all my work stuff on the monitor that is facing my back, and I'm very much enjoying not looking at it.
So wait, so I can just eat handfuls of pepper. Carol, guy. Can't do this to yourself, my dude.
It's like in Breath of the Wild when you just down hordes of dubious food.
Yeah, just rom. But dude, you can't just eat a handful of pepper. That is not cooking.
Did you just level up? You did. So you can grab gourmet.
Okay, let's grab gourmet. I do have a point available. Good eye, man. I would have completely missed that.
Because that's going to help you a lot in the rest of this dungeon.
Does that make your handfuls of pepper taste better? Like they're like spicy pepper handfuls?
Instead of them lasting for like 30 seconds like they would normally, they instead regenerate over 20 minutes.
So I can just like eat an apple and just continually regen.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, that is... I was starting to get concerned. I am still not good at this game. Okay. So...
Where are we going?
I don't know where I'm going. Back the way that I came?
You're kind of in a little side area, I think. Yeah, just follow the dots on your map.
The dots were where I came from.
No, like the line of the trail of dots that's now going behind your cursor.
Yeah.
Turn around and follow that line of dots.
Okay.
Get those dots, you little pointy Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man. Just walking my way through it.
Teleport over there.
We must activate it quickly. I have a feeling another golem's about to surprise us.
You have a feeling that
So
another golem...
before you touch that symbol, just do a quick check to make sure. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and touch that symbol. I thought this was a place where there was like a secret entrance, but there's not.
Swallow.
Look, it worked. Come on.
So what's going on with you? I had to miss Chrono Trigger on Saturday, but
it's okay. There will be another Saturday, and in that Chrono Trigger playthrough, which if you guys aren't watching, you should join me on Saturday as well for 2 hours of Chrono Trigger streaming.
Great.
We finally met the first and best waifu ever, Ayla, Man of the Cave Bears.
Definitely.
They destroyed the major
Like those
sentries. They didn't come here for a friendly chat with the elf.
Meaning you ever thought they might have?
Kind of dig the vibe of this joint. No, everything's going pretty well here. There's a storm blowing in, so like my back is freaking out.
So that statue that was in front of you that was lit up shiny in your vision, to loot it, you kind of need to walk right up to it and then look straight up. And you will loot a high value pair of armor out of that.
Assassin's gun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at that. But no, man, aside from that, you know, we keep on keeping on. I've got my... Okay, so these have a... These are better because they have a thing I can... Ikarug Akaton? Okay, so my current armor is better. Dope, dope. I think I can make my own glyphs now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm of the opinion that you'll usually just find better loot than whatever you can make.
True, true. No, aside from that, man, just killing time until Witcher stream was my plan for the day. I'm stumbling my way through some video editing software on a project with Mapadre. But unlike the rest of my technologically blessed brethren who have been like, oh yeah, I should figure out how to actually make YouTube videos, you know, in the past, I'm still learning how to do this as I go. And as I grow older, my 40-year-old ass is getting more and more unfortunately calcified, and I'm a lot slower to learn things than I was back in the day. Was a time when I could look at a new piece of software and be like, I'll get to this right away. Now I'm watching, you know, tutorial videos and being like, I just need to learn how to edit out this section of audio. How do I snip? And all of the videos are like similarly 40-year-old guys being like, here's how to move your cursor. And it's like, this stuff used to be so intuitive to me. You know, now it is a legit struggle to learn. And I think that's because we have kind of like as a society, we have maybe outgrown the need for manuals and replaced them with like live videos. The problem being is that it'll take me 5 minutes. Okay, so now I have to protect her. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this while I finish this point. If you make me watch a video, that dude's gonna be talking for like 40 minutes before he gets how to, and then you drag and drop this video into this frame and it imports it. Whereas if you give me a button. Right, if you give me a manual that just has this like written out, I'll get to it in 30 seconds. I can read faster than any of these jerkwads can speak. So like I just don't know why they take so long. Like it's the same sort of feeling when we had our computer classes, you know, like in junior high, where they're like, here's how to use a mouse, and all the kids were like, yeah, we know, we have these at home now.
Right.
But it's the same sort of thing, just opposite.
Well, if these videos were truly savvy, you can splice up your seek bar into essentially chapters, so you can like hover a button. Nobody wants to do that,
right? But even then, like every time I'm like, okay, let's get to the editing chapter, and the guy's like, well, while we're at it, let's talk a real quick bit about how to readjust your frames. I'm like, I don't need to know how to readjust my frames. I just need to know how to zoom in on the audio track. How do I zoom in on the audio track, Mike? All right.
Let me tell you this cute little anecdote about microphones that I have.
Precisely, and it's infuriating.
It's like trying to find a recipe online.
Yes. My mother used to make the sweetest cornbread. She was a poor Polish immigrant. Shut up and tell me how much flour to use.
I'll do it. Just cover me.
Okay, so now I'm assuming ghoulies are gonna attack me. Hello, ghoulie. Should I, whoa, that's, I gotta stay right in this shield, don't I? Hey! stay away from my white-haired witchy friend. I'm gonna change back to Igni. But yeah, growing old, it's a trip. I wouldn't particularly recommend it to anybody, but it beats the alternative.
Right.
But especially, like, the weather here in San Antonio has just been bonkers.
Well, yeah, y'all just had that big, like, tornado, or, like, whatever it was that blew through there over the weekend, right?
Yeah, we were under tornado warning for a little while, and then there was another, like, random thunderstorm. Tom got some hail.
Yeah, like a couple hours ago.
And,
or like an hour ago.
I would really like it if the weather could just, like, you know, calm its proverbial tits for a week or two. Yeah, it's not good for my old man back.
Right.
Even now, I'm sitting on an office chair with like a heating pad at the base of my spine. I've been alternating ice and heat. You know, the scent of Tiger Balm and Bengay hang heavy in the air. I've got a blanket over my lap. You know, like a cut rate Professor Xavier. I'm just.
John, no, please. You had me at Tiger Balm and Bengay.
I am falling apart, my guy. Like, you know, I have I've got several tattoos that I use as memento mori, which has always been a philosophy that has appealed to me. Remember that you are mortal and make use of the time that you have left. But the more the weather just keeps bouncing back and forth, it's like it's reminding me, it's not as long as you expect, my dude. But, you know, outside of being forced to face one's own mortality, things are going pretty well. The numbers are going up nationally for COVID vaccines, despite an intensely stupid subsection of the population that remains hesitant to get their second damn shot.
I'm getting my second one on Sunday.
Yeah, buddy.
Mine is tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy. And then after you guys get your shots, Henderson, if you ever make it into town, we're gonna terrify a Korean restaurant.
It'll pass.
Gonna eat all of the bulgogi there has. I'm gonna go to that Korean restaurant, the same one by my house. I'm gonna go there like 6 times. Okay, just don't
faint on me.
Now, in your firm embrace.
Had a little quick time event. Didn't know what my options were. I wasn't paying attention. I was distracted by the idea of bibimbap.
Love to be able to say we can stay here a while and rest.
I know.
I just want to get over to your side of town and have some really good Szechuan food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to do more than do curbside delivery.
Leave it
Right.
to me.
Actually eat in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
In the next couple of days, I'll be going to the first actual like social event that I've gone to in a year and a half. You know, like leaving my house for the first time, and I'm thrilled. I'm over the moon. I think Mike and Megan are in the stream. I'll be going and seeing them and actually seeing people, like face to face inside a building, is something that I have missed terribly. You know, we're not out of the woods yet. Yeah.
No, not even by a stretch either. But we're getting there.
And even like recent reports, I read one today that was more than a little bit disheartening. They're like the CDC's looking at the numbers and being like, well, maybe America might not get herd immunity.
Right.
at all. Like, we may not be able to achieve it because there's been so much misinformation and
Pretty tough slog.
so many people who are now like, well, I got the first shot and felt miserable, so that means it's bad, and the second one's probably going to be worse. I'm just not gonna. That's not how vaccines work. But
And we're
here we
also
are.
like the numbers that we have, like they're still a little bit skewed anyway, because something like 20% or so of the population is kids who haven't even like been approved to get vaccinated yet.
Right. It's just. Hey, is that Dan? I dig this guy's motif. Like, if I can dress like this dude, I would. Day in and day out.
You're stubborn one.
No, it's pronounced John.
Geralt, I shall help you.
Step back.
Stop telling me what to do.
So this guy, dodge real good.
Well, I mean, good advice.
So you're basically gonna fight him in 3 different phases.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna get his health down by a third, and then he's going to go shield himself and summon some more of those demon dogs to fight you, and heal himself all the way back up. Then you'll get his health down by 2/3. He'll shield himself again.
My sword is ain't happy.
That just means it's below 50%. You're fine. You'll be able to make it through the rest of the level.
Geralt, look! He's opening a passage!
Stay calm.
I mean, I'm used to the WoW thing where it's like, is it red? It don't work no more. Dogs. Is there
When it
like
comes to item durability, I'm always like, can I repair it now? How about now? I'll repair
yeah?
it.
Like, I could repair it now if I'm below 50. Heal it by 40. But I'm taking Tom's advice. He's never led me astray before, except for the time when he said that nobody would mind if I stole stuff.
I was incorrect on that, and I apologize.
Nobody
I don't
would
know
care.
how many
There's-
guards you had to kill.
There's none. I ran away. Marvel. Yeah. Okay, so Igni does not seem to bother him too much. Maybe Odd?
I used Axie to stun him.
Like I used Axie to stun the gargoyles, Tom?
Yeah.
That was a joke as well. You were wrong about that.
I mean, it worked. I used it in my fight with them, about 90 minutes ago.
Wow, maybe they posted an update.
There's a guy that I work with who, whenever we have bugs that we're dealing with, like 80% of our tech team will having this issue with this bug, and then there's the guy who's basically our supervisor and is incredibly smart when it comes to this stuff, and we'll be like, hey, can you take a look at this? I'm having this issue, and it doesn't matter what the issue is. It's always the same story. Like, can you take a look at this? We're having this issue with it, and he'll get on and they're like, it's working fine on my machine. I don't know what the problem is.
Right. Was it a PETCAC error?
Yeah.
Problem exists between keyboard and chair?
Yep. ID10.
Yeah, ID10T. There were so many times when working in these contracts that we would have to deal with. Back in my previous job, we'd have to deal with customer complaints, and the first thing would be is like, well,
Unnecessarily.
you read the documentation that came with it, and they're like, well, no, we don't have to. We've got you guys. And we're like, okay, to read the documentation that we sent you, because that's why you have us. Is we are only contracted to solve the problems that aren't in the documentation. This is in the documentation. How am to turn on machine?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very glad that my job is not client facing.
Yeah.
All the stuff that come to us is via like the salespeople who are the ones that are getting those kind of complaints, and then we're like, I don't understand. That's not at all what we were set up to build for them. They're way out of scope.
So there's a big pile of rubble here, Tom.
Yeah, so before you go messing with that, just go and deal with the stuff on the other side of the room. You're going to get a thing from Kira that will let you dispel illusions. Just remember that is there when you come back. Like, don't leave the area before running back over there to get the loot that's behind that illusion.
Is this another illusion? No, that's Ard. What good did that do me?
I have no idea. I didn't even do that in mine. But no, go to the other side of the room where Kira is, and you'll do some investigation over there, and then she's going to give you this thing that will let you dispel illusions. And there's there's an illusory door right next to her when you get it. Just don't dispel that illusion. Go and do that pile of rubble first.
Yeah, but I got all this stuff from here. Art. Look at all of this.
Right, let's watch this message.
Mass design.
This place is no longer safe. Do not tarry here long. Trust no one. And above all, beware the witches of Crookback Bog.
I don't know. Witches of Crookback Bog? They sound like they know how to party.
We were together.
Yeah, they're gonna be the fun ladies that I was telling you about. That are probably the creepiest NPCs in this entire game.
Dude, I'm down with fun ladies, though.
Perhaps it's best he didn't leave a clearer message. The Wild Hunt broke in here. Surely they saw the projection.
Man, I gotta readjust my old man spine.
They'd probably have torn the place to the ground. But that doesn't change the fact that
there's
making some dad noises.
not about Siri.
Well,
there's one NPC in the game that is arguably creepier than the crones of Crookback Bog, but you won't encounter that NPC for another 40 hours of gameplay.
Is it more or less spooky than Creepy Baby?
Far more spooky than Creepy Baby, and it is in the DLC.
But I've read of them. In an old manuscript I found
Like
in one
this.
of
Do
the
you
huts in the village.
do you know these ladies? Well, I've never met them, but rumors are these chicks can party.
The ladies
Down
of
with
the
it.
wood. The crones appear to be intolerant of outsiders, but they help the local folk.
See, they're good
Apparently,
people.
they stopped
Hang on a
the
sec. I
spread
gotta have a notification.
What's your take on this?
These people
I'd love
cool.
to shrug it off as the nattering of so many old women, yet throughout my first fortnight in Velen, I had horrible nightmares. Something
They
was
were
calling me
inviting
out
you
into
to the party,
swamps.
Kara.
One night, I decided to enter the dream consciously, render it lucid. I confronted the thing directly.
That just strikes me as rude. Like, you show up to a place and for a couple of weeks the neighbors are like, hey, you want to come hang out? And you're just rude to them.
How do I find them?
The swamps are vast.
Bad call.
Dangerous.
Always hang out
But they say the
with
crones
terrifying
map
bog
the way for
women.
peasants who wish to visit them.
This is my life advice to everybody watching this stream. Always, if given the opportunity, hang out with terrifying bog women.
Always. Hang out
This
with
is
bog
not.
women.
This is not fey propaganda.
All normal folk know that
Always
witches live
hang
in
out with
gingerbread
terrifying
houses
bog
poised
women.
atop chicken legs.
Rule number 3 of Fantasy Poland: always hang out with
Take the
creepy
tone
bog
and
women.
leave it.
Just accept nothing to eat or drink.
Yeah, and when they ask what you're called, make something up.
As a start, let's look for a way out of
But
here.
otherwise, like, those people, they know how to get down.
Why do we even come?
The bear legend. Got several friends that would be very interested in this book.
Isn't that the club over on 4th and Vine?
Yeah. After the wipe. I'll have to actually, like, take the time off stream to read all of it.
What's this?
The potion I gave him. Seems he saw a use for it. Drank it.
one of the books that you can actually find in fairly commonly in this game is a book called The Last Wish. And if you read it, it is a recounting of the short story of the same name and how Geralt and Yennefer first met.
Ooh. Well, definitely. I think post stream, maybe tomorrow. I forgot. Ooh.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing like a hag.
Oh, there might be one on the other side of the illusory wall, but
I want to do a quick run around to make sure. I've got it.
So if you walk up
supposed
and
to go back to the big pile of thing in the back of the room.
well, he has to go up and check that illusory wall first, and then Kira will give him the item. But before he dispels the illusion, he should go and take care of the rubble.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any more chests or anything. Okay. Well, good to me.
Strange. My medallion's trembling, but there's nothing here. What's with this wall?
Magic.
It's an illusion. I sensed it as well.
Well, you didn't say
I
anything,
expected
did
we
you?
might run into such things, so I brought this.
Meaning what?
The Eye of Nahalani. It dispels illusions.
Jerry Two Swords is just as confused as I am.
It's bound
I
to
brought
come handy.
this.
And each time it does, you will
Okay.
think of me.
That important.
Thanks.
Alright, so now I have... If you notice a shimmer in the air, walk towards it when you're close, press A to dispel the illusion. So I should go do the rubble now, Tom?
Yeah, the rubble before you go through that door.
Dude, that gourmand talent.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
I'm now angry that I did not read through those and pick it up earlier.
Here.
Yeah, I had forgotten that it existed until I started doing my my own re-playthrough.
Water mechanic.
So there's gonna be like several boxes down here to look through. So pretty much just keep your Witcher sight on the whole time.
Because I can't. Crap. That's some good.
Once you get those two boxes, you can pretty much just drop Witcher sight, turn around, and just get the hell out of there before you die.
It was those three? What do you mean before I die?
Oh, I didn't know you could actually surface in that area.
Tom, what do you mean before I die? It looks like there's another path over here, Tom.
Well, then you're finding potential loot that I missed.
Aha.
Interesting.
Yeah, I found like
Damn it.
Oh, but there's stuff as well.
Ooh.
Did I just see that right? Did I just find like a dope new sword?
You did.
Where is?
I'm pretty sure it's that one that you just looked at. The Novigrad longsword.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna use it. Maybe, maybe not.
It's a steel sword, so it's not going to help you in here. But yeah, that's way better. I'm gonna have to go back and double back from where I am in order to get that.
Why are you trying to punch it, Jerry? Oh, how do I?
Right is
sword.
silver sword.
Right, sword out. Yeah. Eat some
Light
dried
'em on
fruit.
fire.
Hard. Oh, you moist, drippy bastards. No. No. Alright. Oglet teeth. Now, the fact that I haven't put my sword away means that that's not all of them, right?
No, because you manually drew it, you will have to manually put it away.
Okay.
And I would go and check that chest again, because I think it was still glowing. I think you only grabbed one of the
see?
swords out of it.
Malgrim is the new relic.
And is that a silver sword?
Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Look at the durability on that, Tom. Nice.
Nice. And a big jump up in damage too.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna. I've got some pretty decent runes here. +5 chance to poison. I can just add poison automatically to that. That about works?
That's a pretty good rune to use.
Swing.
I tend to go for the
Lesser-
poison runes, and if I can get one that's like a dismember rune, attack power is a really good one too.
Let's
Just a
see.
straight up
Okay.
bonus to
Adrenaline point, chance to cause bleeding, chance to stun, chance to stagger, chance to cause burning. More
burning is a good one.
poison, Armor piercing. Okay, so let's do.
Oh, armor piercing is a fantastic one too.
All right, let's throw in that as well, and then I have. This one was the attack power.
Yeah.
All right,
So
burning
one thing,
poison. I've got a raging, flaming, poisoning sword of doom.
one thing you want to keep in mind, if you're ever like when you finally find an upgrade to get rid of that sword, make sure you go to a blacksmith and have those upgrades removed before you sell it.
Got it. Go on ahead and. Okay, dope.
Y'all, I have good chicken.
From where is this good chicken?
Bushes?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Decent sauce.
I am a big fan of their tender rolls, which is basically just a roll with a chicken strip shoved in it, but you know, it's good.
I turned around in the dark. Uh-huh. There we go. Now, so I have been every week when I do my shopping, I make sure to buy a pork butt roast that I then portion out and make my own char siu. So I am slowly getting very, very good at making roast barbecued pork.
Now in his eye.
A la many different Chinese restaurants, and that has increased my fried rice game immeasurably.
Simple, isn't it?
Let's see where the passage leads.
So there are still a few places I think that make like better fried rice than I do, but that number is like steadily declining.
Fresh air from the left. Must be an exit that way.
Good.
Y'all watching the stream, if you haven't thrown John a like, throw him a like now.
There's still the magic
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks. A quick note.
lamp.
Feed the algorithm. Let's convince YouTube that I'm a person and that person is actually worth paying money to. So throw a like, throw a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like the whole like face thing, this whole pretty situation. If you like Geralt's Jerry Two Swords whole face thing. Yeah, I'll help her. She got me this.
Splendid.
Then throw a like, throw a comment, throw whatever you care to. Make fun of me. Like, talk smack. Tell me that my taste in role playing games is garbage. It's true. Bring it on. You know. Engage with the algorithm, and the algorithm will eventually give me the monies.
Damned riddle to me.
Our good friend Daniel would like to know why YouTube and not Twitch.
Because in order to so when you get a certain level of hang on, we're gonna pause this for in order to get monetized on Twitch, you have to jump through a particular set of series of hoops. One of which is, you know, you have to first become like a Twitch affiliate and then become a Twitch partner. And same sort of metrics. The metrics to get monetized on YouTube are actually more stringent than Twitch, but YouTube allows you, in the contract that they give their partners, they allow you to continue streaming to different platforms, where Twitch has a clause for exclusivity. Additionally, Twitch has you sign the contract that says that they own your likeness for the purpose of marketing purposes and then can use as they see fit. And frankly, that does not sit well with me. So, I may eventually, like, do casual streams on Twitch, but I want to build my base here on the YouTubes because they don't ask to buy my face. Going back to the notion of fake propaganda.
Inscription here.
No, you cannot have my name.
Can you translate the inscription? I can decipher maybe a third, but that third doesn't make much sense.
Give me a minute.
So yeah, feed the algorithm.
I was never any good at the high.
They will
variant of
eventually
the
give me the
Elder
monies.
All right. This might
Plus,
seem a little
I think that YouTube has a better
afraid I
interface in
can't
terms of like how to
replicate
discover
sophisticated
new
internal
stuff.
rhymes.
A lot of the
translate it to
media
make
that I
sense.
consume is on YouTube. I watch a lot of video essays and a lot,
guardians,
unsurprisingly, a lot of
all
leftist
flames,
content.
Standing proud in a line. The first to light his fire,
Yeah, it's a
dared
lot
not
easier
to
than
march on the edge.
logging onto the separate
second,
Twitch
by
app
the
that may or
first,
may not
played
decide
a
to crash at
woeful
any given
lament.
time.
The third kept
And then
close
having to
his
like
faithful
pour through the
feast.
front page, which is like some
Fourth
guy playing,
marched
you know,
not
Call of
beside
Duty.
the first, yet by the
Another person
second
who's
played a tune.
just like
And
literally
thus they
eating chicken
stood
on
o'er
stream.
their queen,
People in
who
hot
sat
tubs
beneath
is
the
apparently
stars.
a big thing now, and
Sounds like a riddle, all right.
I don't know. Hate to say it. There's better stuff on the internet.
As an aside, John,
Alright,
since our
let's see if we can
last
solve this.
YouTube adventure, and you introducing me to
Girlfriend reviews.
Girlfriend reviews, I have now watched literally all of her videos, and I am hooked.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Oh, she's a treasure. And you know, who knows? Perhaps someday in the far-flung future, there will be like collaborations or something like that, and I think that'd be really cool. A lot of the people that I follow mostly because they seem to be very good people. Light the braziers in the correct order.
I don't think I found girlfriend reviews through them. I think I just kind of stumbled on girlfriend reviews, but they do a lot of collaboration with Video Game Donkey, who is also quite entertaining.
There it goes.
Okay. Oh, this new sword slaps.
Seems we did something wrong. But
Yeah,
very
3
clever.
hits takes down a wraith.
Okay, so it wasn't
have
the
to-
one on the right.
It's a puzzle, and it's based on those statues all being different. I can't remember what the clue is.
So this one has a hurdy-gurdy and a dog. This one has just a hurdy-gurdy. This one has nothing. This one has dog. So is it nothing?
Is it Gertie before dog or dog before Gertie?
Behind that wall, a movement.
Behind that wall, a movement? Okay. You about to do something, or should I just keep lighting braziers? Alright, so hurdy-gurdy, and then hurdy-gurdy with dog. Nope. Hey. No. Alright. Let's try this again. Nothing. Hurdy-gurdy. Dog. Hurdy-gurdy and dog. There we go. Said that there was movement behind this wall. That important?
Is the wall illusory when you look at it? No.
Sanctuary.
Then I don't know what she could have been referring to.
Okay. Inflation is killing me. Interest rates need to rise soon. I mean, I suppose if you've got money in the bank, that's a thing that works.
What do you think? No inscription, sadly.
I mean, money's fake. Money's killing all of us.
Sign of the go. If I didn't already know where she was buried, I'd guess this is Laura Doran's sepulcher.
Perhaps it's a monument.
Who's Laura Doran, Tom? I wasn't paying attention to
elves commemorating
most
her
of
this
this.
way. Heroine of a tragic legend to some, but most see her as a traitor to her race.
So you are now further than I am?
Aha! Aha!
So now we're all learning together.
Now the student is the master at something he doesn't understand. Like getting a new job and finding out your manager's 25 and you're like, oh no.
I hope I'll be able to activate it. Let's leave this place, shall we?
Mysterious elf. What's glowy over here? Oh, Sage's notes. Go ahead.
So I'm not sure if she gives you that magic lamp soon or if it happens a lot later. But there is a magic lamp you get that lets you see ghosts.
Ooh, I mean this
later on in the game.
I imagine that this would probably be the moment for that to happen. But what do I know? I didn't design the game, see, Project Red did.
The ghost hunting like missions that you do with that magic lamp are very creepy because the ghosts are only visible when they're illuminated by it. So you have this like cone in which you can see ghosts and then they disappear as it moves past them.
Do I get to spend a lot of my time as Jerry Two Swords busting?
You're using the ghost to try and figure out what happened to places where like lots of people died.
Oh, okay. Because Tom, you know that busting makes me feel good.
Going.
Sure.
An illusion.
See, Henderson gets it.
Oh, I was with you the whole time. I was just waiting for my moment.
Tom is confused. Henderson's all.
But it was worth it, right?
I mean, I definitely do not know the lyrics to that song.
Something important.
Busting makes me feel good is
You
one of them.
intend to venture into Crookback Bog?
I know that
You
now.
must tell me about it afterwards.
There are no lyrics, only Zool.
Yeah.
Geralt, there are two
We've-
types of men.
We've learned something here
Those
today.
who see
The
opportunity
busting
and
makes
take
me feel good.
advantage, and those who forge the opportunities themselves. I've always seen you as an example of the latter. Besides, I've a favor to ask you. So,
And also perhaps
visit
that
me
I ain't
sometime.
afraid of no ghosts.
Yes. That's the other important lyric. So visitor sometime. Yeah, I'll be sure to stop.
I'll stop by. You can be sure.
Even if it's
In
just to
that
like
case, I
throw
shall be
rats at her and be
waiting.
like, yeah,
See ya, Kira.
I'm making my own opportunity. Rats! Alright, so she's noping back to her grove, and I am...
Throw a rat behind her. Here, take this.
Hey, take this. Okay, so a new invitation, an invitation from Kira. Let's go on ahead and meditate to get my bombs back. Meditate for a few hours.
So I was going to tell you where to go to get a really cool magic, like, relic silver sword. But now you have one that might be cooler than the one I was going to send you to go get.
But you can still send me. You can still send me to go get that other one, and I can either sell it for the monies or dismantle it for parts. So
yeah. So bring up your map.
Bring up my map. Map up.
Gotta give it a few seconds to pop up on the screen.
Sure, sure.
Zoom out.
Whoop.
Not like super far, but like a good amount of zoom out. So, you know up where Crow's Perch is?
No, yes.
So, northwest of Crow's Perch,
Never eat. Sorry.
the town of Blackborough,
Okay.
there's those question marks that are right along the coast.
Oh, okay, like over here.
Yeah, one of those is a guarded treasure with a whole bunch of drowners on it. And in that, you will find a pretty cool sword.
Ooh. Okay, well let's see. Let's place a custom marker on this one. And let's see, where are we here? We're by a boat.
Whatever the nearest city is, or like nearest town.
We'll get to like the quick jump thing. But should I go poke around these question marks first?
Yeah, if you're right there, just go ahead and hit them up.
Yeah. Now, if I take a boat, can I go to this other boat? Like, how does the boat system work?
It lets you fast travel to ports, but also like getting in a boat, you can just sail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If I weren't so inland, like I could sail around this little thing. Sure, well, there's no question mark or something, but like every RPG sense tells me that there's something there.
Probably. Yeah, so the question marks that you see on the map aren't the only locations.
Of course.
Sometimes you just got to get used to just reading how the map looks and go like, that's probably going to be a location on the map.
Yeah, like that's a thing that you can poke around.
But
Okay,
that's one of the reasons. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's one of the reasons why, like, every town you go to, definitely always read the notice board. Because the notice board will not only give you new missions, it also gives you new locations on the map.
And I saw like I haven't gotten the notice board from that joint or this joint, so we'll have to do a grand tour. But I got a bunch of question marks right here. So we've got about another 30 minutes left on the stream. We're gonna go poke those things.
Yeah, hit them up.
I like it when you strip this game down past all of the super spooky ghoulies and fortunately babies stuff all underground. Okay, ghosty pant. Yeah, new marker hit. Whoa! Well, he is strong one, Tom. Not Dark Souls. I like it when you strip away, all of the fantasies of or all of the trappings of fantasy Poland, and all of the in-depth setting. When you use your Witcher vision, you're functionally just a dude kind of tripping balls out in the forest. And I appreciate that. Oh, is there 2 of them? 3 of them. Unfortunately, as we have previously established, I ain't afraid of no ghost. I I should have saved it before, shouldn't I?
You auto-saved when you completed that last
good.
mission. Yeah, it always auto-saves on a mission complete.
And I ate an apple like 5 minutes ago, so I'm good for the day, baby.
Yeah, now he's got gourmet and he's all cocky.
Ah, joke's on you, I was cocky before I purchased that talent. There we go. Oh! Bloodborne. There's so many raids.
Remember, so the sign to use against wraiths is Earden, the one where you lay down a... Oh, you're dead. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no, I'm... they surrounded me. I realized the Earden thing too late, and then, busting did not make me. That's okay, it's okay. You told me that it saved, previously, so now I am prepared. Let's try this again, but, you know, smart. Like some sort of five-head big brain player.
Perhaps pull a pro gamer move, as they say.
I believe the kids these days are calling it the Pogger. Right?
I wouldn't know. I had somebody in one of the forums I moderate for WB Games pull a poggers on me, and I was like, what?
The kids these... Okay, so save game. Yep, just to be sure. I've got my stuff now. I've got... Earden. Because you know that I'm just going to do the same thing. Right back into that rat's nest. Hi, ghosts! Yo, ghosts! You're twice my level.
We're all in closet. You can just go away.
Hi, guys. Yep, there they are. See, like, this new sword rips. I just gotta... Oh, look at it! Look at it!
Yeah, basically, if you
Eat an
can...
apple.
If you can get wraiths into an Earden circle, you do like double damage to them.
I just gotta get him to stay there instead of pulling their little teleporty shenanigans. And I can't let him kill me. Don't kill me. Eat the food. Whoa!
Evil shenanigans.
There are so many raids. And I don't have like any kind of like AoE rolling here. I just gotta here. I'm gonna put this thingy down and shouldn't you guys like suck more during the day? Isn't that how this is supposed to work?
Not if they're noon wraiths, then they're stronger during the day.
Oh no. Not even noon though. It's like 6:30. These are early morning. Early morning
It's your
wraiths.
second breakfast race.
Yeah, these are brunch wraiths. So not money in the bank, but on a fixed income, so inflation hits harder. I mean, home ownership is it's a trap. Our generation got pretty hardcore screwed by that. So I think that I'm going to leave these question marks until I have a couple of levels on.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So, okay, let's look at the map.
I would hop in that boat and then go up to that like question mark that's just on the north side of the...
Oh, like that one?
It's kind of like northwest of you, right south of Mid-Cops.
Yeah, okay. Oop. And then we're gonna hit that one at Black Bow later. Good point. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like,
So like basically all of those question marks that are kind of west of Blackborough and Mid Cops, those are all like perfectly leveled for you to go and take care of.
Okay.
Like all of those are kind of perfect for your current degree of hold up a minute.
Hold up a minute. Okay, so to take the helm of the boat, press A. Yeah. Yeah. This is another ladder boss, isn't it? Take helm. Go.
Yeah, it's all you always have to be standing next to the rudder in order to take control of the boat. And then it's basically car driving mechanics.
E.
Thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her.
Yeah, why don't we have sea shanties in this game? For real.
I think it's just because
Black Flag took all the good ones.
yeah.
They did.
But here's something to consider, Dan. The term mortgage is literally death debt. Like, it is intended to last you from the time that you take on the debt until you die. By design. That's not like, you know, and that's not just me being, you know, like the hey, money is fake and we should destroy capitalism and stop relying on the system and, you know, break the way that the world works so that we can do something that's more fair and equitable and just and doesn't cause nearly so much suffering or inequality. That's just the etymology of the term mortgage. So, like, yeah, buy a house, congratulations, you're expected to pay that off for the next 30 years. Or 15 years if you have the funds to do it. And the housing market has gotten significantly more and more expensive. So previous generations could be like, oh yeah, you know, I paid for this house for 30 years, and you know, when we signed on to the debt, it had this much interest, and I had to pay a whole $400 a month. Good for you, Grandpa. You know, $400 doesn't buy jack nowadays. And that's not unintentional. All right, a waterhead. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. No.
So
that first mud.
by the way, John, if you ever decided to play an Assassin's Creed game on stream, I would definitely recommend Black Flag.
The band?
It is a very, very good pirate game and an absolutely terrible Assassin's Creed game.
Oh. I wouldn't know the difference between a good Assassin's Creed game and a bad Assassin's Creed game. I've never played any.
Then you would love it. It is a fantastic pirate game.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag is very, very entertaining, and it is my second favorite Assassin's Creed after the Ezio trilogy.
Does it have?
Yeah.
How much Henry Rollins does it have in it, though? I'm not gonna lie. If you add more Henry Rollins to any video game, it increases my interest. Nothing? You guys don't know the relative levels of Henry Rollins in the game?
I am not sure.
I'm engaged somewhere else. I apologize.
I am not sure, but my personal opinion of Henry Rollins, I would say I have a hard time telling whether there is too much or not enough Henry Rollins in a given situation.
I mean, that's fair. The dude has a level of intensity, but it's also like incredibly nervous and insecure intensity.
I mean, there's a part in Johnny Mnemonic where he plays Spider, where for most of the movie, the scenes he's in, it's like, oh yeah, this is not enough Henry Rollins, and then he begins that rant about technology, and then you're like, oh no, now we are at too much.
Too much Rollins. Well, rest assured that you're not the only one that feels that way. Henry Rollins often finds that there's too much Henry Rollins in any given moment, and or not enough Henry Rollins, depending on where he is and who's interacting with. Felipe and I saw him live at one of his spoken word concerts.
Nice.
When he came here, when he was last here in town. And yeah, I mean that guy is a he has very very articulate, very cogent thoughts. He puts them in a way. What was that fishbowl thing? Fishbowl thing. Daniel's asking about a fishbowl thing.
Fishbowl thing. Was it on your map?
That thing?
Oh, the blue
it's my little marker
that you made? Yeah.
It's telling me which way to go so I don't get lost.
Like, one of the things that I do is whenever I encounter an area like that area where the wraiths were that were kicking your ass, I usually drop a red marker on there so I know in the future, like, don't go here until you've leveled up.
Fine. Gotta get some raw meat.
Down sits in the old oak tree.
Yay, creepy kids.
With devilish glee. Drink
But no, but like Rollins, he was very articulate and had a lot of, in my opinion, you know, fascinating thoughts that he put in a very entertaining and accessible way. They're playing hopscotch on grass. They do not raise them smart in fantasy pole.
Mum said if I'm good, she'll send me on the trail of treats.
No, there's still no hopscotch, man. Oh, you mean fisheye, the fisheye lens thing. Yeah, that's me tripping balls in the forest.
You'll spend like a good 40% of the game looking through that effect. So,
Oh man, this guy's just coughing. I thought from the subtitles that he was beatboxing. Really excited for a moment. I was like, yeah, dude. Lay down a sick beat.
Speaking of detective modes, I would say if the PC port of Arkham Knight was not just a dumpster fire, that would be a good one for you to stream as well if you're into some Batmaning.
It's been patched. Like, the problems were really like when it first came out. It's been patched, and it now works fine.
So should I then ride with Batman?
I mean, eventually it'd be a fun game to pick up. Same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. The PC port of that one was really bad, but they patched it out.
You're just trying to fulfill Lindsay's dream of getting me to play another horse simulator.
We are going to get you to play all of the horse simulators.
Oh, horse simulator.
Me man went to see the witch again.
All right,
I mean,
my order.
you could go back a couple of years and just jump into Goat Simulator.
That's true.
Since me
That's true.
husband went to her.
So by order of the commander of the MILF Guardian Army Group Center Camp, residents of the villages of Midcopse and Blackbow are hereby required to report to the camp near Midcopse in order to perform labor for the Empire. Those caught evading their duty shall be full. Fuck Empires. List of designated residents and their assigned days of service have been provided to the village aldermen. What's going on with Gollum over here?
Gonna kill the monster. All of them.
Just looking for his precious.
Yeah. All right.
We're
Dudes.
simple folk. We seek no quarrel. Dumb oaf.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna hop off so I can finish my chicken.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for hanging out, Tom. We're gonna be ending the stream here in a few minutes anyway. Once I get this, once I get this all,
Let me have a look.
all
at
my
your
stuff repaired and yada 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 yada.
But y'all have fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining, and hey, hope to see you next week, my dude.
Yep, see you then.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay.
Just gonna yada yada over these repairs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like I gotta do the I gotta do the whole selling stuff part of this game, apparently.
Sure.
Like, let's see, Temerian Gauntlet. Got the... Oh. I think did I just sell trousers for better? I haven't checked my... Well, I mean, it's better, but... Resistance. But no, what else has been going on with you, Jaime?
Hang on. Oh, not much. Really just literally chilling here tonight. The wife is in the other room watching Say Yes to the Dress.
Nice.
She just cackled at something that I assume someone texted her, so. But yeah, other than that, it's just kind of a day-to-day write web development stuff during the day, and in the evening try to survive 2 children.
That's real though, right? Like that is.
Yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was talking to a dude when I went through the drive-through a little while back. I was talking to a guy and he's like, "Hey, like, how's it going? I'm just there to get coffee." Like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, I'm surviving, man." And he's like, yeah, that's about all that we can hope for, right? And at this point, kind of, yeah, like, survival is victory. You know, like...
Yeah, mm-hmm.
The fact that we are making it, like, day to day is kind of enough at this point. It's the sort of thing that I think that maybe maybe sometimes we lose track of that, right? That sometimes survival is kind of all that you can hope for.
I did manage to wind my way through the end of the story of Diablo 3, which was nice and entertaining, and I feel thoroughly prepped for, when I am able to justify Diablo 4 about 5 years after its release.
Well, I mean, you've got some time.
Sure. Oh yeah, it's not coming anytime soon. And then I did this morning, actually, I did wrap up uniting I say uniting, but bringing the Pantheon together in Hades. So now that's just wrapping up a few completionist trinket gatherings at this point. Which I will say, like, I know you've been playing Hades too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, roguelikes are not my style of game. Like, I get bored very quickly. I tried to play Dead Cells for a while, and I fell off of it very, very fast, just because there's just not usually enough of a hook for me. But the constant bombardment of interesting story that Hades offers was
let me have a look.
Yeah,
continuing to pull me back in.
The style of it, the music.
The music is fantastic.
Music is incredible, and like, it's relatively rare for me that a game will hook me with the music so hard. Usually I'm like, okay, we're gonna let's go. Like,
yeah.
I think my time playing WoW has resulted in like a very particular mindset, and that's that if I have a task to do, then I should be on my way to that task. Otherwise I feel like maybe I'm being inefficient, and that bothers me on like a psychological level. It's something that I'm kind of working on, just like taking time to be in a moment and actually enjoy the experiences. But ordinarily, it's like, okay, where's the next marker? There's the next thing. Making the progress, doing the next thing.
Right. Yeah.
Hades, like, it rewards you going through it quickly, but it also rewards you, like, it benefits you to just every once in a while slow down, relax, see what's going on. The first time that I heard Eurydice's song, like, I stopped playing the game. I just sat there and let her sing to me. And from then on, every time that I would, you know, that I would run across her, I would just take a moment. It was so beautiful. They did such a good job making you care about those characters. And these aren't even people that you like run into in the gameplay. You're just like, oh, maybe I'll find her sometime.
Yeah. The same thing once you get Orpheus to start singing. Like once he starts hitting those beautiful falsetto notes, you're just like, well, I'll sit here and listen to this for a little bit. Sure, why not?
Yeah, and again, like, I'm not sure like how far along you are, or
Oh, I mean, like I said, pretty much all I've got to do left is wrap up like getting the bond on Thanatos's not Thanatos, Hypnos. Getting the bond on Hypnos's item, and then the whatever badges you can get by giving the dude in Hades' room stuff. That's everything else is finished.
Just saying, there may be a few more things that that await you.
I'm sure. Like I've continued to be surprised by.
Yeah, double check. Look in the mirror and see, or in the mirror that's like in your room, and double check to see like what sort of achievements or stuff there are, because you might find more tasks to do. I know that for me, like, one of the hardest bonds was getting all of the upgrades that Chaos offered.
I got that one yesterday, actually. It took me forever to get his legendary. His legendary just would not drop.
Yeah.
Or their legendary, excuse me.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if they would like identify as human.
Right. It also took me forever to get the Hermes prophecy of besting Charon twice in a row.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a rough one. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 game. Like, I love it so much.
Absolutely.
I'll eventually wind up with enough scratch to get a capture card, and I can start streaming that, as I really want to do another playthrough.
It's fantastic. I mean, I think the only games that I might have put more hours into in the modern era have been like Breath of the Wild and Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. Well, Breath was very much kind of the same way. Like, the first moment that dragon broke through the water, just shut up and look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh. No, I actually, the first time I saw a dragon was the red one.
It was
flying over the gorge, and it was still high up in the air. And I was like, and I was so many hours deep into that game before I saw a dragon. And I looked in the sky, and I was like, is that a fucking dragon?
It was like, it was so surreal.
Dragon by now, if there was a dragon, yeah.
It was just like a beautiful moment of like strange peacefulness that comes with them, because they're so unconcerned about the lesser world. And then you get like hit with a ball of fire and are suddenly snap back out, and you're like, oh yes, I am very vulnerable here.
Right. This is actually a dragon.
But yeah, gorgeous game design. Same thing with Hades. I've heard that Celeste is another game that has those kind of those kind of moments where you just kind of get swept away by it.
So I have Celeste, and I am not very far into Celeste because just going through like the first couple, like the first hour or so of Celeste is like the way the story is playing out is very much like this is gonna hit you in the feels at some point, and so it's one of those where I'm like I'm down for that, but not right now.
Yeah, you just got to be in the right space for it. There's no shame in that. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, I'm gonna use this video game as a therapy session to work through some stuff, and another to be like,
absolutely,
now I have to.
Right. Yeah, right. And I haven't got. I stopped myself in Celeste before I got to the point where I have to. It was like, I see where this is going, and I'm gonna step away for a moment.
I'm on to you, Celeste. I don't have the space to process these things right now. Is there something else around here?
Celeste is like the very little of it that I've played. It is outside of the emotional toll it will eventually take on me, I'm sure. It is a wonderfully challenging platformer.
Well, I will add it to the list alongside Hollow Knight.
Oh, Hollow Knight.
Okay, I think that is good for now. We're gonna eat a little bit more fruit and these nuts. We're gonna check our map one more time and see. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. We're on our way to this custom marker. We did just hit level 8, so we'll get let's go ahead and get that thing that other thing that Tom was saying was good. Yep, and it was Sun and Stars. Chapow. Nope, that was the wrong button. But yeah, we're going to end the stream here for the evening, and thank you all for hanging out. It does truly make the time oh so much better. Okay. Wait. There we go. And as always, be safe out there. If you haven't gotten your vaccine yet, get your vaccine. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that the science can't be trusted. Don't listen to people that tell you that it's unsafe. This COVID thing will kill you. And even if I don't know you, if somebody's watching this in the future and is not one of my close personal friends who humors me in this endeavor, even if I don't know you, I'd miss you. So, go get the vaccine. Be safe. Thanks again to Tom for hanging out as long as he did. Thanks to James for hanging out. And again, Witcher every Monday, Chrono Trigger every Saturday. Come hang out. And throw down some comments, throw the likes and subscribes, tell me what games I should play, tell me how bad I suck at The Witcher, make fun of me for not being able to get those wraiths, and be good out there, everyone. Tell people that you love them. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.